We will be talking to Steve McGreal on how he became a programmer in the games industry.
That's exactly what I want to do.
Then listen up.
Okay.
Steve, what is your training?
What was my training? I went to school and I got my GCSEs, and then I did A-levels, which is 3 subjects. So I did maths, I figured was important for making games, and computing, which I figured was important for making games, and theatre studies, which I figured wasn't important for making games, but just helped me keep sane with all that maths and computing. Actually, I think they're all useful. So that's what I did for A-levels, and then I went to the University of Abertay, Dundee, and did a degree in computer games technology, which is the sort of the technical side of stuff. There's lots of degree courses now that are about games, and I think if that's something that you're interested in, it's good to research and to see like exactly what's on that course. What do they teach? Does it match what I'm interested in? Is it just a computer science degree with like a games module tacked on the side, or is it like a proper focused on games industry and making games stuff? So what I've found is that went to Abertay seem to be everywhere in the industry now. Like everywhere you go, you can run into people that were students at Abertay at one time or another.
Was that one of the first ones?
It was certainly the first one in the UK and one of the first in the world. And I guess I would have been in like the second or third year that it ran, because I'm really old. But it's still going strong, and I think they've split out into a bunch of different courses. And as I say, there are lots of universities around that do this stuff now because they realise that it's something that lots of people want to do. And I think the games industry as a whole has like an insatiable appetite for hiring new people because it's always kind of growing.
How did you get into games?
The story starts back when I was 8, and that's when I first decided. I guess you would say I was an indie developer. Like I had this computer, which is like a really obscure thing. It was called a Sam Coupe. It was like a Spectrum. It was like a Super Spectrum.
Super Spectrum. I like the sound of that.
512 kilobytes of RAM. You know, incredibly powerful. And so I made games for that, and I just sort of made them in my bedroom and put little adverts in like magazines to do with the Sam, and sold floppy disks like mail order. And they had these trade shows, I guess, just in a little village hall somewhere. I would sort of go to those, take my computer and my little TV to hook into it on the train. I guess those are the first games that I made and sold. But then I went to uni, I kind of learned some more skills there, some more maths and programming and how to do some stuff on consoles. Abertay runs a contest every year, which at the time was called, it used to be called Dare to be Digital, and I think now it's called Dare or Dare Academy. You get teams of like 5 people, and they get together and maybe use the computer labs at the uni or use whatever they have available wherever they are around the world now. And they spend 10 weeks over the summer making like a demo of a game. So I entered as a team. I was the kind of team lead captain person, and we were one of the winners. And so on the judging panel at the end, there were a bunch of people from the industry, and one of them was a vice president of production at EA. He invited our team and the other sort of winning team down to the EA offices in Chertsey in Surrey to sort of to show off, you know, to talk about the contest and all of this stuff. And I was like, I didn't really want to go to EA. I thought they were a bit big and a bit corporate, and I wanted to make my own stuff at the time. But like, we went down and we showed off the thing, and they had this amazing studio in this building. They keep using it in like sci-fi films and things now, because it's just this like mad futuristic airport looking office. It's crazy. And they sort of showed it off and showed it around, and it turned out that the whole reason for getting us down there was because they wanted to show us the studio and like impress us and then offer some of us jobs. And I said no at first. I was like, I'd finished university, had no money. I was living with my mum and working in a factory making zesty lemon foot spray. And I said, no thanks, I'm making foot spray.
What? Are you mad?
I think the guy was a bit surprised. We talked it out, and eventually I thought I'd give it a try. I thought, it's big corporate stuff. It's just all EA Sports, isn't it? Like, I want to make indie games and like do my own thing, and that's a good dream. But also I had to pay bills. It was a really good experience seeing what a big professional game studio, how they operate and how they work, and just how they put games together. The quality level that they all kind of work to. So it was good in the end, but yeah, I was skeptical to begin with.
Click here if interested in Steve's advice about getting into games.